HSN to 70514. Happy shopping.
Hi, welcome again to everyone. Welcome you. Thank you for being with us. My name is Bobby Ray Carter. Chef Shahir is with me as well. And we have one final amazing item. We kind of briefly showed this to you and we took you to .com. Already very popular. But this today is a brand new low price. So first and foremost, these are thermal insulated bowls, keeping things cold, imagine, for up to, cold or hot, up to 6 hours, which is insane. We sold these for $39.95. They are right now $29.95. And I'm gonna show you over here because they actually nest as well, so they're very, very easy to store. Let me give you the color choices and then we're gonna show them to you in action. This is the black. We have them in red. We have them in this really pretty, again, gorgeous, I think we're calling this one teal, okay? Then down here is that Italian plum. Oh, love that. In the center over here, we have pesto, and then we have the cobalt blue. But you're getting both of them, your large one with basically like a 5-cup capacity, and then your smaller one still with a 2-cup capacity. I just found out that the plum in the front, there's only a little over 100, it's like 170 in the plum set. In the teal set, there's about 215 available in the teal, and then only about 500 in the pesto. So those are the ones that are the most limited. Hot, cold, insulated.
Keeps the temp. And we launched it as this large size, and people loved it so much that we now invented the smaller size, the 2-cup size. Wow. And I want you to think about how you're gonna use them together. Keep your hot foods hot up to 4 hours, your cold foods cold up to 6. Let's talk cold food first, because we're heading into summer, and we're heading into beach days and picnics and soccer practice, etc. Think about all the foods that go with those activities. The potato salad, the macaroni salad,
mayo,
the fruits. Mayo. Fresh fruits, meat and cheese in sandwiches, tuna salad sandwiches.
Yes.
I've got a ceviche here with some lime, salads and salad dressing, etc. Guess what, folks? We in the culinary world have something called the danger zone of temperature. That's between 40 and 140. Every chef on earth walks around with a thermometer for a reason. Between 40 and 140 degrees, that's where foodborne bacteria is born. If you're taking those foods to the beach, to soccer practice, to the park, and letting it sit out there, that's where you get into trouble. So you've got to keep, oh, this is stunning. You've got to keep your cold foods cold. You got to stay out of that danger zone. So I want you to think about this summer, all those things that you're going to look forward to doing. Packing your own lunches, packing your own picnics, packing your own soccer practice with the fruits and the ham and cheese sandwiches and all that stuff. You gotta keep them cold. Because there's technology here that's insulated, it's gonna keep your cold foods cold for up to 6 hours. So you're good for the whole day at the beach. You're good for that picnic. You're good for that soccer practice. And you don't want to creep into that food danger zone.
Yeah, and you know what I was thinking? Instead of having, like, a lot of times you'll have something and then you'll try to put it in a container, you've got the ice cubes and it's sweat. And it's sweating everywhere, there's water everywhere. This is brilliant.
Totally. And if your strategy is to put it into a plastic container and put it on ice, that's not the same thing, because a plastic container isn't insulated. There's real technology here with insulation designed to hold temperature. There's the technology. Now I'm going to throw it up. You can see that insulation is the magic. So this is not the same thing as putting cold foods like macaroni salad and ham and cheese sandwiches in a plastic container. This is designed to hold your temperature, and that is the magic. That's going to keep your cold foods cold this summer for up to 6 hours. You can even notice we put 2 little handles on the side. So it's designed for you to pack and go. Go to the beach, go to the picnic, go to the park, take the kids, take the grandkids, etc. And keep the fruit salads and the ham and cheese sandwiches and the tuna salad. Keep it fresh, out of that danger zone of 140 and 40 degrees. You gotta stay out of that zone of temperature.
And truthfully, these are the foods that we want to eat in the summertime, right? You don't want to eat big, heavy foods. So you want to have light salads, or like you said, the fruit salads over there.
Now look at the steam.
Steam coming out.
Now I'm also gonna keep my hot foods hot. Now why do I want to do that? Look, let's say everyone's coming home at a different time, or I'm feeding a crowd, etc. And I go to the trouble of making those mashed potatoes and gravy. I want to keep my hot foods hot, and this is going to do that up to 4 hours. So the mac and cheese to go with that fried chicken, or the roast beef or the carved turkey at holiday time. All throughout the year, we've all been there where we don't know how to time our meal. And maybe the turkey is still roasting or the steaks are still cooking in my cast iron pan, but my side dish is ready. Put it in your hot cold bowl, the same insulation technology. Hear that click? And it's gonna hold the temperature for up to 4 hours. You saw the steam come right out of those mashed potatoes. These have been sitting out here for well over an hour.
Wow,
it's gonna stay hot for 4 hours. So again, those handles, think about during the holidays, etc., when you want to line up.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking even if you're like, when we do a lot of dinners with my sister-in-law and friends, everybody brings something.
Bring something.
So you're, and 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't volunteer to do the mashed potatoes because by the time they got there, they'd be like ice cold. So it's great for that.
Totally.
I love it.
For
that
a potluck.
Idea.
Look at the steam coming off my pasta.
Know.
And it's been here for a couple hours. Look, every Sunday at our local church, we do a little potluck. So if you do that sort of thing, whatever entree or side dish that you cook, you get the large size, which is just over 10 cups. And then it comes now
it's over 10 cups.
Yeah, this is 10 and a half
Oh my gosh, okay, good.
And the small size is 2 cups.
That's 2 cups.
So think about the configuration you're going to do. You're going to do the pasta and the sauce, or the salad and the dressing, or etc. Fried chicken, which I have over here with the mac and cheese.
Good.
You can do it all. So I love the versatility of both sizes. Think about all those scenarios when you got to keep the hot food hot and the cold food cold, especially as we head into the summer.
Right down. Okay, so 130 only left in the plum, the Italian plum. The teal right here, there's only 185 left in the teal.
Whoa. See the steam coming off the fried chicken?
Let me tell you what, we have so many people that are calling, and you can see right now it was 400 spoken for.
I love doing that because it even surprises me.
Yeah,
I know how long this has
been out here, right?
And you see the steam come on up. I want to show you one other feature here because we thought of everything. You get the 2 handles, so you're ready to go to that potluck, the church lunch, or that picnic, or the beach. Cool. But look at this. On the back, you have a little button here, right? I can take the lid off if I press that button. And now I can serve it.
Beautiful.
I can also put it in the microwave. This is also microwave safe.
We knew we'd get to the microwave part. Wow.
We love the microwave. Even though it is insulated.
I was going to say.
It's designed for the microwave, totally. So if for whatever reason, maybe you have leftovers from the day before, you want to reheat in the microwave and keep it hot, you zap it in the microwave, then you put the lid back on, close it, and it's going to stay hot for up to 4 hours, or cold for up to 6. And I really stress this, as a chef, I know about food safety and the danger zone. 40 degrees, 140, that's the food danger zone we always talk about in the restaurant world. When you're taking those cold dishes and going to the beach, going to the park, going to soccer practice, ham and cheese sandwiches, fruit salads, tuna salads, macaroni salads, you're getting into that danger zone. You gotta keep your cold foods cold, but also your hot foods. And when you leave them sitting out like that, you're creeping into that danger zone. You gotta keep the hot foods hot, the cold foods cold, and it's not just for enjoyment. Obviously, it's for we want to enjoy those hot and cold dishes.
Oh, definitely.
It's a food safety issue as well.
And all you have to do is choose your color. Look at all these gorgeous colors. So this is the teal again. I mentioned a little over 100 left there. The Italian plum that is so gorgeous. 120, I think, only left there. Pesto. So the pesto about ready to drop below 500 left in the pesto. The red, the black, and then your last color over here is the cobalt blue. But remember that you're getting both of them. 10 and a half.
10 and a half cups. Yeah, it's a big size.
For the big guy. 2 cups of this one, but they're both insulated. So again, keeping your foods cool for up to 6 hours.
And this part I love, and Bobby, you mentioned it, that in terms of storage, you can actually put the little baby size.
Nesting.
You nest it inside. So you put the 2 cup size in there. And then now you can store it like so. And you got both of them, the 10 and a half cup and the 2 cup. Think about this summer. All those mayo-laced side dishes and the ceviches and the fruit salads.
Even peel and eat shrimp. I love peel and eat
shrimp.
Peel and eat
shrimp. Look, one baby size could have that cocktail sauce. You're peeling shrimp here. Or you could have your ham and cheese and, you know, some dressing in here. You can do anything. And you're really, as we head into the summer.
Even veggies and dip or something like that.
Veggies and dip, totally.
Right? Wow.
You gotta think from a food safety perspective, all those hot days at the beach, the park, picnics, you must keep your cold foods cold, but also your hot foods hot. And when we're feeding a crowd or when we're making our family dinner, and sometimes it's just about timing the meal, and we don't know how to time the meal.
That is so true. It's
I mean,
so hard
I hear it all the time from home cooks. chef, how do I time this thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I've prepared the side dish, but the main isn't ready. Put it in your hot cold bowl. There's nothing to plug in. The insulation by itself will hold the temperature. So you don't need an outlet. You don't need to plug anything in. You can make that side dish, throw it in your hot cold bowl, and it's gonna stay hot for up to 4 hours. Or you can make that dessert, like a rice pudding, and it's gonna stay cold for up to 6 hours. It's
Wow.
unbelievable.
Tailgating.
Tailgating.
Yes.
Good one.
Yeah,
You gotta have this for tailgating.
Absolutely.
See that big pulled pork I had in there? And again, take the lid off, throw it in your microwave. When it's done,
Woo.
watch this. The lid goes right back on.
That is
And now it's gonna
fabulous.
stay hot for up to 4 hours.
Oh my gosh.
It really is a must, not just for
Yes.
practicality, not just for on the go, but I really stress this as a chef for food safety. That danger zone of temperature, you gotta stay out of that danger zone.
Yeah, and that is scary. That is scary.
Totally.
And the fact that you're buying both of them right now, $29.95. Your price, we've taken $10 off. You always have a 30-day return policy to go right along with it, so you have to get it home. Because if you're doing a lot of the, what, really? Like with this, or with the crisp roll, which we'll remind you about, you just get them home and put them to the test. Find out yourself. Look at that fried chicken.
And there's that fried chicken that I did in my microwave. I put the lid back on. I want you to keep your hot foods hot for up to 4 hours. And I certainly want you to keep your cold foods cold. Oh, I cringe at the beach. It hurts me at the beach.
I bet to see
when I
that.
see the potato salads and the ham and cheese just sitting there in the sun.
it's like,
and I go, no. Please, don't pack the ice. Don't put it in plastic. This is gonna keep those temperatures hot and cold for up to 6 hours.
I love it.